Uh, to be honest with you, I don't know where this one's going today. And by the way, I'm always nervous at Atlanta at work KATL when they park my airplane here because there's no forgiveness on that ledge right there. There is absolutely no forgiveness. Um, I mean, if it goes over that edge, it's going over that edge. But what we're going to try to do today. I'm experimenting. I'm not. I haven't spent a whole lot of time on the A330 Airbus, so we're on the Virgin Atlantic ICAO today. We're going to just take a spin up to Greensboro. So we're going to do a flight, just see how it goes. That's it. Well, that that looks strange. Okay. Well, in any case, yeah, we're gonna see where this goes today. There are a few things different on it too. I mean, between going the McDo on the A320, the McDo on the A321, and then this is the 330. Uh, we'll see. And by the way, this is a Nimbus airport, um, and I must say it's really neat. It's like busy. It's busy. It's really good. So this is the Nimbus. The waiting areas are like active. Things are happening in there. It gives it more of an immersive feel. And this is just one of the hubs. There's several other ones, and they're all a lot of them are busy, like this one here. Here we are at the tower. So anyway, we'll see where this goes today. Come on, bud. Work, work. Maybe I don't have 7 set up on this. Okay, maybe that's it. I've got a view, particular view I like. Uh, let's see if I can get it set up. Yeah, maybe about right there. And I'm going to do Control 7. So now that should get it. Yeah. All right. So first things first. We're going to go ahead and uh, get the batteries going. I'm going to hit the APU generator. Anywhere you see a an off, we want that off to look to be. We want there to be nothing there. So those are going to say fault regardless of what you do. Um, APU battery. It's like playing whack-a-mole. Uh, we got to get rid of the offs. We're going to have beacon light up and wing light. Some things, by the way, they don't work as well with like usually you can scroll to make it come up on this. Not so much. Right, we're going to get up the master switch. Did I have that? I can't tell if the bleed's down or not, but I think I've got it. I think I have it up. I mean, I think I've pushed it in. Yeah, that's in. That's in. makes good noises. Are you ready to eat? Hold on, I've got a cat in the cockpit. You ready? You ready to eat? Are you ready to eat? And I'm pretty sure my microphone picked that up. Crud. Okay, anyway. Where was I? uh, we have the one thing about the McDo is on the different the A321 McDo has a way I can load the flight plan. Then here we have then I have the A320, fairly easy to load that flight plan. But then here, same deal. You got to figure out um, how to use or how it wants to be entered. So anyway, here I'm in this case here we're doing a KATL flight to KGSO. Oh, my fault. KATL KGSO. Okay. Flight number is VIR110 for Virgin Airlines. VIR110. Cruise altitude on this one is 37,000 feet. I'm not sure if it's going to take that. I've run into where it doesn't like. Yeah. The most I've been able to put in here for a altitude, although SimBrief puts it in for higher, but I have to do it this way. Okay. I wonder if I can change that. Can I say here 370? Nope, I can't. All right, let's do our. I've got the numbers here. By the way, I'm floundering on this part. So right here I have um, the McDo, and I thought that I had something here where I can bring up. I thought it was BFO or something on this, but it's not. I don't know. It spoils me that I keep looking over here for the pad, and there might. I'm sure this the A330, A300, 330, 300's been around forever, so I know there's some resources that I'm completely missing, and I'm not aware of. So eventually I'll get them. Okay, so I have no waypoints here in between. So first thing we're going to do is put our departure in. We're departing out on 27 right. And it wants us to take the Plumber departure. I don't have a transition, but I guess I could try to use Berg. Okay. And then I can go in here and let's talk about destinations now, which is going in on 23 right at Piedmont, like Greensboro, Piedmont Triad. It will have me doing the tracks arrival. Okay. So we have all, primarily I think we've got everything loaded. We put in, and you've got to see here how I did that. I've got the reference of the waypoint references and everything in front of me. So we're going to be going KATL Atlanta out of 27 right, Plummer 3 departure, then to Berg, then to Trax, then to Greensboro. That's the whole route, and I think it picked up everything on the plan. It's good. We could even test it here. Well, we'll go nav. Do I have a discontinuity there? Let's see. So between Berg and Trax, there's a discontinuity, but I don't see anything that should be bothering that. So I'm going to see if it'll just let me get rid of it, and it did. Okay, all right. So that's good. That's good. We're going to go ahead and try to introduce say intentions into this, and I'm wondering how it will work. Let me see. I'm just going to close out my program and come back in. Close it. And open it. I have never really paid attention to this section here, which is, okay, squawk C mode we use. Airplane model controls radio power. Let's click that, see what happens. I don't know. I just thought, give it a shot. Reason being, that's been a problem where it thinks the radio's off. And I wonder if that'll fix it, because there are certain models I have not been able to use of the planes with my say intentions, because it keeps saying the radio's off. So we'll see what happens on that. We're going to take that one off the global and do proximity for the chatter. Now we're going to do new flight, which should clear it up and reset it. And it did. Brian, how you doing?
Doing well, Steve. Ready for a smooth flight.
I am. Can you see if you can get our IFR clearance?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard Virgin Atlantic Flight 110, departing from Atlanta and heading to Piedmont Triad. We are pleased to have you with us today. My name is Erica, and I am your lead flight attendant. Joining me in the cabin are my fellow crew members, Sarah, James, and Emily. Our captain for this flight is Steve Good, and our first officer is Brian Song. We expect our flight time to be approximately 55 minutes. Before we take off, I would like to take a moment to go over some important safety information. Please ensure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal tip into the buckle until you hear a click. To release it, simply lift the buckle. In the unlikely event of a loss of cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop down from the panel above you. To use the mask, pull it towards you to start the flow of oxygen. Place it over your nose and mouth, securing it with the elastic band. Remember to put on your own mask before assisting others.
Okay.
In case of an emergency evacuation, the A300-3 has 8 emergency exits. 2 doors at the front, 2 overwing exits, and 2 doors at the rear. Please take a moment to locate the nearest exit, which may be behind you. For water landings, life vests are located under your seat. To use the life vest, pull it out from its storage compartment, place it over your head, and pull the straps around your waist. Inflate it by pulling the red tabs or by blowing into the tubes. We will now be preparing for departure, so please ensure your seat backs and tray tables are in their upright positions, and all carry-on luggage is stowed securely. Thank you for your attention, and we wish you a pleasant flight. Captain, the cabin is ready for departure.
I'll get our IFR clearance from clearance on
Atlanta clearance,
118.1.
Virgin 110. We'd like to obtain our IFR clearance. We have Victor.
Clearance on request. Stand by. Virgin 110, Atlanta clearance. Clear to Greensboro via the Plumber 3 departure. Then as filed. Climb and maintain 10,000. Expect flight level 370 10 minutes after departure. Departure on 124.6, squawk 2154. Expect runway 27 right. I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Okay, there's something different on that setup. Before I could, it would always act like the radio was off, but the setting that I changed in say Intentions now recognizes the radio on, and of course you hear the chatter. So I'm pleased with that. That's good. What I'm doing now is I'm trying to figure out something's changed on the format of our flight plan. And what I'm having to pull from is our V1, our takeoff settings for runway 27 right, which I should have right here in front of me. I've got our wind information. Our runway analysis. Here we go. Okay. All right. We can get through this. This is different. They formatted it out different. I've got the takeoff data in a runway analysis part on here, but normally I have all these choices. Remember the different blocks, you know, wet runway, drive run, and what I got here is not formatted that way. I don't really like it. Let's see. So we're going out on a runway that it wants us at 12,000 foot runway. But anyway, I've got all the settings, all the numbers that I need those. So V1 is Alright, I'll go with that. V1 is 129. V2 is 129, which usually, or VR, Usually they are the same. And V2 is 37137.
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
Atlanta clearance data 72. Request IFR clearance to Amsterdam.
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
Flex is 54. And we're going out on flaps 1 at UP 0.6. Transition altitude is 18,000. Okay. That's good. Okay. Now for our altitude, our final altitude is 35,000. It says here that we're going on a plumber 3, 10,000. And so we're going to put in 10,000 here on this one. But it will go up quickly. And Squawk 2154, it did automatically change it. That's good. I didn't know if it would be automatic. I'm trying to think one of my other Airbuses, it doesn't do that automatically. I have to physically go in and change it. Okay, so I don't have these synchronized, so I need to look and make sure this is set correctly. 82. Okay.
Clearance, good afternoon, Delta 1426. Request IFR to Saratoga International Airport. Information Romeo on board.
Atlanta clearance delivery, Frontier 2272, radio check please. Atlanta clearance, Frontier 2272 looking for clearance to Miami at stand Delta 35 with information Sierra.
Block fuel, by the way, on this flight is 11,623. We're way over what we need, I think. And this is where we're floundering. This is where you're going to see me like floundering around a little bit, trying to figure out how to enter some of this information. Or get, like, I don't know how to get my fuel. Although I have plenty, I don't know how to get it. And I don't know how to load passengers. I have this, though. Let me see if I can get it to come up. Is it Shift G? That's standby stuff. But there is somewhere. Is this it? No. Okay, we're going in here and loading our mentor, and I'm going to see if she can help us. And this is something you might get stuck on at some point, but right here where I've got channel 2, I'm putting my mentor in here. I'm going to go get Millie. Millie, hey, good day. I'm in the A330-300. I do not know how to call for passengers, and I do not know how to get fuel loaded. Do you have any insight?
To call for passengers, you can use the phrase ground Virgin 110, request taxi for passenger boarding. For fuel loading, contact the ramp agent on 131.85 and say, Virgin 110, request fuel service. Keep it clear and concise.
She's telling me something I didn't know. Virgin
Priority left.
110 requesting fuel for our A330.
Ramp agent requests are not supported in Xplane.
Do you know where I can get
Priority left.
fuel? Millie, it says it's not supported. Is there anywhere else on it that I can bring up to do a load of fuel?
You can try contacting the ramp agent on 131.85 and request fuel service. You might say Virgin 110, request fuel service at the ramp. That should get you sorted.
Virgin 110 requesting fuel service at the ramp. No. That was interesting. I had no idea. All right. Well. Wait. Oh. Okay. You saw that? Okay, so I went to edit weight balance because right now I'm way over. I have a boatload of fuel. Uh, and I think I have too much. I have more than I need. I'll switch this over to metric. And see, like right now I've got this is awesome. This is just what I was looking for. And I think it's going to make me decide, though, something on it about how it's sectioned off. But right now, because I need 11,623 kilograms of block fuel. I don't need all the fuel that I've got. So how about we're going to break this up into 6 to 5,000 kilograms and 1,000 in the right wing auxiliary. So here, I'm going to do 5,000, 1,000. Okay, stop that. Okay. I almost want to empty out fuel tanks. Okay, here we go. Total internal fuel weight. Here. 15,000. No, excuse me, 11,623. 11,623. That gives me flight time of 1 hour and 38 minutes. But it also lightens me up considerably, considering the trip I'm taking is only to Greensboro. That's perfect. I don't need to take the amount of fuel. I don't need extra fuel. Okay, that's better. Makes a whole lot more. That makes a whole lot more sense. So now our total payload weight. So cabin 4, cabin mid. Let me see. So I've got 329 for passengers. I could round the passengers, and I think that's kind of what I have to do. I think. So, like if I'm carrying a passenger load of 329, um, well, let's see. Our estimated takeoff weight is going to be 172,000. That's actually in pounds, I think. Zero fuel weight's 161,000. I may leave the cabin 4, and so those areas where they are. Does it have my load broke down? Let's see. It gives me a total payload of 34.130 CFW of 161.1 fuel. Passengers 329 passengers total. Wait, that's about right. I think there's some numbers in here. I see that it looks about right. Okay. Okay. Yes, got it. Okay, so that's the simple things that get me excited. Okay, so 11,620. There you go. That's our proper fuel. That's our 11,620 kilograms of fuel. That's what we're supposed to have. We have our passenger load. We're spec'd out. This is much better. This is, I think, where we should be. Let's check our outside for doors. And Brian, we're ready for pushback and start, and we need to be sure that our tow driver knows to be careful, very careful around these edges here of the area we're in. Just be extra careful.
I'll request pushback and remind the tow driver to be careful around the edges.
It sounded a lot smarter in my head. It's like now it seems like careful, careful.
Atlanta Ground, Virgin 110, requesting pushback and start.
Sorry about that,
Please
man.
inform the tow driver to exercise extra caution around the edges of our current area.
Virgin 110, pushback and start approved. Tail north. For the tow driver, please contact ramp on 119.9er for coordination.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to have him take me further this way, and
Ground to
see if it
cockpit.
makes it easier.
Tow is driving up.
Yeah, I'm being a prude. You know. Hey, let me tell you how to do your job. Hey, let me drive the tow truck. Oh, yeah, right. Ramp agent, let me know if you need anything.
Okay. All doors and
Ramp
hatches
agent
are
requests
closed.
are not supported in
Ready
Xplane.
to connect.
The. So, to get to where we're taking off, that area is just, scares me. We have to go out this way and turn back around and come back down this ramp here, and that's where we go to
Tow connected
get
and
to
bypass
27
pin
right.
inserted. Release parking brake.
Careful.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
You can give me a warm and fuzzy feeling about this? I think she's got it. Run over the little fella over there, but don't hurt me. I think we got us a good driver, tow driver. Air France at 35,000. Has anyone seen our stabilizer around here? I think she's got it. I think she'll swing us around, but I think she's got it. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. one thing I'll say is I don't have as much experience with A330, and we don't have a whole lot of time. We have an hour and 48 minutes of fuel on board. So we've got to hit the ground. Not hit the ground. That's the wrong way to say it. But we got to get on the ground in a reasonable amount of time. We can't just dawdle or dilly-dally. Good job. Good job there, tow driver. I will say it doesn't look as fancy the way you load fuel and everything. In fact, I've got the ground little effects just for the immersive experience, but this is fine.
Operation complete. Go ahead and set the parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
So this is stock Xplane. This isn't a purchased plane. And so far, what I like about it's not bad. It really isn't, is it? Huh?
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have fun up there.
Wow. I just realized what these seats look like in this plane. They look nice. Actually, it looks really nice. Brian, can you go ahead and get our taxi clearance? We're ready to go.
I am only trained to handle the comms when they're handed over to me. You'll need to request the taxi clearance yourself.
Brian, would you please be in charge of all comms? Pretty please.
Sure, I'll handle the comms from here.
Now, would you please get our taxi clearance?
I'll get our taxi clearance from ground on 121.65.
Sounded a little patronizing, did I? I shouldn't have done that. Sorry.
Atlanta ground, Virgin 110, ready to taxi. We have Victor.
Virgin 110, Atlanta ground, taxi to runway 27 right via Echo South, Mike, Lima Bravo.
Runway 27 right, Echo South, Mike, Lima Bravo. Virgin 110.
I was going the wrong way. Got a little. These don't pop out, do they? Doggone it. Do they pop out in the corners? That is really got me spoiled from the other one. Yeah. It's picking up something there. I don't know what it is. Is it my flaps? No, it's a proximity alarm alert. Cheating about the whole short part here. Okay. Ron, we're ready for takeoff clearance.
I'll request takeoff clearance from tower.
What's the AWI proximity noise that I hear?
The AWR proximity of noise you're hearing could be related to nearby aircraft or ground operations at the airport. It's common to experience some noise from air traffic, especially in busy airspace like Atlanta. If you have any specific concerns about the noise, let me know.
Millie, there's an AWY beep flashing on my horizon. What is that?
Atlanta Tower, Virgin 110, holding short of runway 27 right, ready to depart.
Virgin 110, Atlanta Tower, runway 27 right, winds 240 at 6, RNAV football cleared for takeoff.
Runway 27 right, RNAV football cleared for takeoff. Virgin 110.
contact departure on 124.6.
Switching to departure on 124.6, Virgin 110.
Virgin 110, Atlanta departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 6,000, cleared direct plumber.
Climb and maintain 6,000, cleared direct plumber, Virgin 110. Frequency again for Allegiant 9981.
Allegiant 9981, climb and maintain flight level 350.
Virgin 110, climb and maintain flight level 230.
Climb and maintain flight level 230, Virgin 110.
But yeah.
Virgin 110, climb and maintain flight level 310. 419, climb and maintain flight level 290.
Climb and maintain flight level 310, Virgin 110.
I don't know why it kicked off for a moment off of autopilot. It's quirky.
Virgin 110, contact Atlanta Center on 119.375.
Switching to Atlanta Center on 119.375, Virgin 110.
so far it's followed the transitional, like the flight plan to the letter.
Atlanta Center, Virgin 110 evening, climbing past 17,000 for flight level 310.
Virgin 110, Atlanta Center, good evening, altimeter 29.902. Virgin 110, Atlanta Center, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Climb and maintain flight level 370, Virgin 110.
Atlanta Center, American 2450, passing 15,000 for flight level 210. American 2450. Maintain flight level 310, American 2450.
Okay, we're making the final turn, and now we will be on this waypoint for a little bit longer. Okay, and this is, let's see, we have 37 miles on, and then to finish out Plumber 3. And then Berg. Right? It's on our performance. Wow. I did not put that in there. It's already in there in the approach. Our QNH is already put in there. We're going in ILS 23 right. It's ready to go when time comes.
Delta 2242, speed 250 knots. Atlanta Center, good evening. American 1804, flight level 3000. American 1804, Atlanta Center, good evening.
Millie, why is my speed so low? Is there anything I'm doing? Do I need to do anything different?
Your indicated airspeed is currently 193 knots, which is relatively low for your altitude of 26,642 feet. This could be due to a few factors like your current pitch attitude or configuration. Make sure you're in the correct climb configuration and consider adjusting your pitch to optimize your climb speed. It's also important to monitor your vertical speed. You're climbing at 1,522 feet per minute, which is good, but ensure you're maintaining the right airspeed for your aircraft's performance. Keep it up. You're doing great.
That's a good idea. Okay, I think so what I ended up having to do is somehow something's messed up on my flight plan, and it's probably me. I thought I had everything pretty much nailed down. On the flight plan, I'm not sure if I've really got the speeds. The speeds aren't showing up. You see, if you look at my flight plan, it's not looking correct. Look at that. Something's just not right. So, I don't see my speeds on there. So, I've taken that back, and I'm controlling the speeds now. It's pointing in the right direction and going in the right direction. We got our speed is going in the right way, so I'm okay with that. I'm probably gonna have to reduce my altitude, my final altitude.
Virgin 110, please expedite your climb to flight level 370. Expediting climb to flight level 370, Virgin 110.
I really got something messed up there. So when I hit my button here on this configuration, so I'm going to do something that I kind of back away from it, but I need to get this button set correctly. So right, see that? Okay, that's not right. So I need to have it be my talk. I think that's right. Yeah, that's right. Virgin 110 requesting that we be allowed to stay at 310. We had a very slow climb earlier, and we feel like we will not make it up to our cruise altitude before it's time for us to descend for Greensboro.
Virgin 110, roger. Maintain flight level 310.
Maintain flight level 310, Virgin 110.
Okay, earlier I had my autopilot kick off, and I didn't know exactly what it was. Now I know it was my push to talk was set wrong in this particular craft, the aircraft, the A330, but now it's fixed. There's several things aren't set right now. I need to get them tweaked. This isn't an aircraft I've flown much. Just hadn't spent a whole lot of time on it. We are 216 miles out of Greensboro.
Virgin 110, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Virgin 110 requesting we remain at 310.
Virgin 110, maintain flight level 310.
Maintain flight level 310, Virgin 110.
Virgin 110, expect the Brook 4 arrival. Expect to descend in about 20 minutes.
Expecting the Brook 4 arrival. Expecting to descend in about 20 minutes, Virgin 110.
Well, depending on how this flight goes, or how this landing goes, I'll probably pick up a Delta flight for out of Detroit tonight and fly down to Atlanta.
Pilot Club 1407, say again.
Its windows are dirty. This plane, I'm not sure why. That's the one straight out of Xplane. So, like I said, this is not one of the add-on planes. This is actually the Xplane, native Xplane 12 A330. But I will say, the interior, I'm not sure if it's always like this, but it looks good. Something tells me they have, I figure they'd be programmers or something. So let me see, so we're going to be on the track's arrival. We got Berg. We're 172 miles from Greensboro. We are coming in on 2-3, which means we're going to have to go around to the other side of the airport to get set up. Yeah, we are. We've been going without TCAS. It's on now, but yeah. We're going to need to monitor our fuel. So we've got 8,550 kilograms of fuel. Heck, we hadn't burned hardly anything from takeoff. We had 54,000 on, but when we got the plane, that's why I went ahead. I wanted to see how to alter or change that, and I think we fixed that. When we go in, we'll be on the brake, medium brake. It won't let us even pick max. But are we already set for ground spoilers? Yeah, we are. It is an adjustment not to have an iPad or something right there. So on the A330, to get my fuel set like I needed, I had to use flight edit, weight, and balance. These over here. I don't want to begin descending too early because this is such a big plane. We have 329 passengers, but it's just huge. It's quite a short flight for 329 passengers. The model really works for the smaller carriers because you have your Allegiants and your different ones, and their whole model is to use mid to smaller sized commercial jets and to fly the people from the regional airports to the larger airports, and in turn that's where carriers like American Airlines, Delta, all the huge carriers, that's where they can use their huge planes, and that's where they can make their money. So they don't make a whole lot on the smaller regional jets. I mean, overhead's crazy. I'm going to control the descent on the A330 because it seems to like want to descend too fast. The only way I know to fix that is to manage the descent myself here, and not let the plane manage it. Tell it when I want it to manage it. So let's see, we're gonna do I'm gonna try 1,000 feet per minute initially, but we may have to rush that up a little bit. Yeah. Brian, we're 136 miles from the airport. I would like to go ahead and begin our descent for our arrival.
I'll request our descent with center.
Virgin 110 requesting descent for arrival into Greensboro.
Virgin 110, cleared Brook 4, arrival into Greensboro. When you're ready, descend and maintain flight level 230.
Cleared Brook 4 arrival into Greensboro. Descend and maintain flight level 230 when ready. Virgin 110.
Since we're just going down to 23,000 initially, there's no need for me to like, I was going to do about 1,100 feet per minute, but this should be okay. Nice, pitiful view. Where'd that come from? Passing through a cloud. When I first started descending, like, and I was so green, I would be so, like, self-conscious that I was going to descend too late. I would always be like, I have already been descended by 60 miles out or 70 miles out, you know, like 2,000 or 3,000 feet. It's kind of crazy. But I have learned, if you follow the top of descent, and you follow the instructions of your aircraft and the McDo or the FMS, and just kind of follow what the guidelines are that they're putting down for you, in most cases you'll end up at the right altitude at the right time. So VNAV on the Boeing side is really helpful, just like I guess the VNAV version on the Airbus side is good too, but it's not perfect. You've got to leave some room for latitude to make changes. Virgin 110 requesting descent down to 10,000.
Virgin 110, descend and maintain 10,000.
Descend and maintain 10,000, Virgin 110.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now left our cruising altitude and have started our approach to the trial. At this time, we kindly ask everyone to return to their seat, stow your tray table, and fasten your seatbelt. Please note that the use of lavatories is no longer permitted. Thank you for your cooperation as we prepare for landing.
Virgin 110, descend and maintain 15,000. Altimeter 29.87.
Descend and maintain 15,000, altimeter 2987, Virgin 110.
We're going direct to tracks right now. No, I didn't ask. No, I don't. On my unsanctioned Virgin Airliners flight. And we're about 85 miles from the airport, but once again, we've got some maneuvering to do once we get there. It's just, I need to put in our approach even. Alright, we're all good.
Delta 3897, descend and maintain to 1,000 feet.
I don't know if I really need those lights, but I'm going to leave it on for now. We were already cleared for 10,000, so I'm going to go ahead take it. So the question is, will ILS work the same on the A330 as it works on the A321 and the A320? Because I'm going to do the exact same thing I normally do. So no, not crash. Come on. There were a lot of burps and hiccups on the flight plan, and I'm going to see if I can kind of tighten up on that.
Virgin 110, contact Atlanta Center on 125.15.
Contacting Atlanta Center on 125.15, Virgin 110. Atlanta Center, Virgin 110 evening, descending through 15,000 feet for 1,000.
Virgin 110, Atlanta Center. Good evening, Greensboro altimeter 29.83. Virgin 110, Atlanta Center. Contact Greensboro approach on 124.35.
Contacting Greensboro approach on 124.35, Virgin 110. Greensboro approach, Virgin 110 evening, descending through 14,000.
Virgin 110, Greensboro approach. Good evening, Greensboro altimeter 29.84. Expect the ILS runway 23 right approach into Greensboro.
Expecting the ILS runway 23 right approach into Greensboro, Virgin 110.
All the waypoints, they give unique names too that we all know. Kernersville, Guilford, Heavid, I don't know what that's from. Heavid, I don't know. There was a time in Greensboro where they were fighting over not wanting to call the airport Greensboro International Airport. They wanted to call it Piedmont Triad International, PTI. and there was an argument that that would be confusing and it needed to be a city name. I think they finally said, well, it's KGSO. So Greensboro's got the mother lode of the name part. Right, we're 56 miles out. It puts us about 15 minutes away. What are we supposed to be when we get to tracks? It's very confusing about altitudes. The only thing I know is we'll I think we'll capture the ILS between 33,200 and 3,800. I'm a little careful about coming down too far too soon in Greensboro because you'll get a surprise sometime. When we get to tracks, it's gonna, honestly, we may not go all the way to tracks. Let's go to K-Ville. Virgin 110 requesting descent to 050.
Virgin 110, turn right heading 050, approved.
Virgin 110, I was requesting an altitude change to 050.
Virgin 110, descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
Descending and maintaining 5,000 feet, Virgin 110.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet, Virgin 110.
I'm checking our ILS frequency to make sure it's correct, because we won't get a second chance. Or, well, we didn't come with an overabundance of fuel. Alright, 23 right has a localizer frequency of 109.55. That is not in here. And it is correct now. See there, 109.55. Flaps are at 1. And we're at 200 kilometers. 200 knots, not kilometers, knots.
Virgin 110, descend and maintain 3800. Turn left heading 065 vectors for the ILS runway 23 right approach.
Descend and maintain 3,800. Left heading 065 for vectors to the ILS runway 23 right approach. Virgin 110.
He is trying to give us room to like make that turn when it comes time, I believe. You can actually see the airport off in the distance to our 45 degrees, kinda, but I can see it. We're at 200 knots. Descended to, we're at 3,800 feet. And I see what he's doing. He's setting us up so that we have a easy turn, like a much easier turn. We gotta virtually wash those windows. They look awful. Okay, we're at flaps 1 already at 3,800 feet. And we're actually going to be dropping to...
Virgin 110, turn right, heading 085.
Turning right, heading 085. Virgin 110.
Yeah, that sounds good. That plane sounds good, really good. Okay, this is say intentions. We're really leaning on them, and we're going to see if they steer us right. What do you think? You think they'll do it? So we're getting close to final. I wonder if he's taking us to CF-23 right or Heavid. It's one of the two. Doing it right now. He's going to turn me at Heavid. Come on, give me a little bit of space. We'll be coming in on this runway right here. You see my lights.
Virgin 110, turn left heading 055.
Turning left heading 055, Virgin 110.
Virgin 110, 3 miles from Heaved. Turn right heading 160. Descend and maintain 2800 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 23 right approach.
Right heading 160. Descend and maintain 2800 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 23 right approach. Virgin 110.
Virgin 110, contact Greensboro Tower on 119.1.
Switching to Greensboro Tower on 119.1. Virgin 110. Greensboro Tower, Virgin 110, evening. We're established on the ILS for runway 23 right approach.
Virgin 110, Greensboro Tower, roger.
2000.
Virgin 110, Greensboro Tower, winds 210 at 7. Runway 23 right, cleared to land. United 421, welcome to Greensboro. Contact ground on 121.9er.
We missed the ILS. Got a couple of ways to treat this, and by the way, I don't like the approach I got.
500. 400. 300. 200. 100.
Light, slow. Sync rate. Sync rate.
40, 30, 20, retard, 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 front.
Virgin 110, welcome to Greensboro. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Switching to ground on 121.9er. Virgin 110. Greensboro ground, Virgin 110, evening. We're clear of runway 23 right and ready to taxi to the gate.
Virgin 110, Greensboro ground, taxi to Park 2 at your discretion. Have a good day.
Not the best landing,
and
but
Park 2 at our discretion. Virgin 110.
At Piedmont Triad International Airport. The local time here is 7:53 p.m. The weather is quite pleasant, with a temperature of 26 degrees Celsius and scattered clouds at 5,000 feet. Thank you for flying with Virgin Atlantic today. We kindly ask you to remain seated until we reach our final parking position. On behalf of Captain A. Steve Good, First Officer Brian Song, and the entire crew, including Sarah, James, and Emily, we wish you a wonderful evening and hope to see you again soon.
they broke the runways are broken up into two sections. There are like two ways to get to the main hub. There's a lot of space here, by the way. I'll give you an idea. So where we're going, we'll go down to the front of the main hub and where the gates are. I don't think planes this size normally come here, so I'm not sure where we're going to park yet or where we're going to gate yet. We may not be able to gate. We may have to hit a stand and get stairs, pull out the stairs. I really don't know where we're going to park. I'll figure it out when I get up there. One of the president's planes stays here over in a hangar to my right. A regular. It's usually in one of those hangars. And they're always doing the practice flights over Greensboro. It's kind of interesting. Actually, that's a bigger jet over there, but this is a FedEx hub. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure where exactly where we can park. I don't know. I see a big jet up there. Do you see it? We may be up to. I don't know. That's a super big one though. I think that might be a. I don't know. I have space up there though. All right.
All aircraft be advised, information Delta is now current, altimeter 2983.
All right. I'm about to come in there.
Okay, I gotta show you something funny when you come in here. It's still not far from Southern.
I don't know if you can put a. I don't know if that works on this model. I don't know. Okay, so that's where I'll watch the quick replay. Rough landing, but that was not an ILS landing. I had to. They turned me way late. See that sensation there, the speed sensation? You can see it like right now. That hasn't always been an issue. would not call that that was not a stable approach. This one. That was the mercy and grace of a long runway. See you guys on the next one. I'll try to find a runway that fits me next time, or a hub that fits me.